Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Invest with Dennis channel. Today we are talking about the world's largest ETF, SPY. Ticker symbol SPY, the world's biggest ETF. A beginner's complete guide to the S&P 500 ETF, what it is, how it works, and why millions of investors own it. Founded in 1993. Assets under management, $776 billion. Holdings 505 of the largest US companies. Expense ratio 0.09%. $9 per year, $10,000 invested. What is SPY? SPY is an exchange traded fund that tracks the S&P 500 index. A basket of the 505 largest publicly traded US companies by market capitalization, rebalanced quarterly. ETF, exchange traded fund, like a mutual fund, but tracks on the stock exchange all day like a regular stock. You can buy one share or even a fraction. S&P 500 index, a list of the 500 large US companies chosen by a committee. It represents 80% of total US stock market value. Market cap weighted. Bigger companies equals bigger weight. Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft make up 20% of SPY because they are worth the most. Passive investing. No fund manager picks stocks. SPY simply copies the index. This keeps costs ultra low at 0.09% per year. How SPY works. 4 things every beginner investor must understand. You buy shares of SPY. One SPY share is a proportional slice of all 505 holdings. At $505 per share, you can also buy fractional shares for as little as $1 through most modern brokerages. 2. State Street holds the stocks. State Street Global Advisors actually owns the 505 stocks. As a SPY shareholder, you own a beneficial interest. You get the performance without buying each stock yourself. Quarterly rebalancing. The S&P 500 committee meets quarterly. Companies are added or removed based on size, profitability, and liquidity. SPY automatically adjusts. You don't do anything. Dividends paid quarterly. SPY collects dividends from all 505 holdings and distributes them to you quarterly. The current dividend yield is approximately 1.2% annually. You can reinvest automatically. What's inside SPY? Top 10 holdings plus sector breakdown, June 2026. Company, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta Platforms, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, Broadcom, JP Morgan. And these are the weights, like the percentage that is contained in SPY. And these are the different sectors: information technology, financials, healthcare, consumer discretionary, communication, industrials, and others. Historical performance. SPY annual returns, 2015 to 2026 yield. S&P 500 historical average is 10.5% since 1957. And this is just a graph showing those trends. Calendar year return, 2025. 5-year return annualized, 2021 to 2025, 14.6%. 10-year return, 13.1%. Annualized, 2016 to 2025. 2018 and 2022 were the only down years in a decade. SPY versus alternatives. How SPY compares to VOO, QQQ, and individual stock picking. ETF, assets, fund name, expense holdings focus, best for. SPY holdings 505. Best in all one core holding. Most liquid ETF on earth. VOO, best for long-term buy and hold. Lower fee but less liquid. QQQ, higher growth potential, higher volatility, 50% plus in tech. Regular stock, Nvidia stock picking, highest risk reward, requires research, most fail to beat the SPY. What $100 a month in SPY looks like. Investing $100 a month at SPY historical 10.5 average annual return. 5 years, contributed $6,000. In 5 years is $7,744. 29% total return. 10 years, contributed $12,000. 20,655 plus 72% total return. 15 years, contributed 18,000. 42,123. 134% total return. 20 years, contributed $24,000. 212 total return. 77,003. 25 years, contributed $30,000. 132,680 plus 342% total return. 30 years, contributed 36,000, total return 519%, 222,830. 30 years, $100 a month, 36,000 contributed, ending value 222,830. Compound growth did 84% of the work. Should you buy SPY? Why SPY works? Instant diversification across 505 top US companies. Only 0.09 annual fee, nearly free to own. Historically beats 90% plus of professional fund managers. Extremely liquid. Buy or sell anytime market is open. Dividends reinvested automatically compound your growth. No research needed. You own the whole market. Things to know. You will never beat the market. You are the market. 38% tech weight because vulnerable to tech sector downturns. Not immune to crashes. Lost 34% in COVID. 19% in 2022. VOO does the same thing for 0.03% lower cost option. No exposure to international stocks or small caps. Boring, but boring has beaten almost everyone long term. No financial advice, do your own research. Past performance does not guarantee future results. In short, guys, the SPY is a very good tool for a beginner investor because you are exposed to stocks in different sectors of the US economy, and you don't have to go through the headache of picking what type of stock, whether it's a quality stock or not. You invest in your whole, pretty much investing in the US economy. So if you have confidence in the US economy, not saying there won't be crashes or downturns in the economy, investing in the SPY is one thing I really recommend for someone who's a beginner investor. But guys, do your own due diligence. Figure out what type of investor you are. Do you like a boring investment? Go with a SPY, and there's nothing wrong with making boring money because you're not stressed about it. Do you want bigger returns? Do you want to look for the next big stock or the next stock that will make millionaires? Look at your risk tolerance as well. And there's no right or wrong answer. Just make sure if you do choose just one stock to invest in, make sure that you do your own research. I personally, if I was beginning invested in the stock market, I would go with the SPY because it's a little bit of exposure for everything. Look at the SPY for like a year, see how that's performing. And then as you slowly grow into investments and you slowly start doing your own research, you start to understand the stock market a little bit more, and you go through the fundamentals of each and individual stock, look at their earnings, catalysts, and all that good stuff. Guys, if you like more content like this, please feel free to like and subscribe. Please share the word. We're here to build wealth together, and we can always learn from each other. Ciao.